If you're in America and you get married, you say, "Till death do us part," and you have a 50% chance that you're going to get divorced. A 40 to 50% chance. If you go to college for 4 years, you have a 50% chance after you've graduated that you won't be working in a job that requires a 4-year degree. I don't have the solutions to these problems, but I think there's something that could help them. And by the way, all those percentages, there's a lot of different sources and a lot of different sites, and so the percentages vary, but they're all around there. So I think something that could help with this, because I think this is a big problem we have. I think the underlying problem is that we aren't actually thinking about our decisions enough. And so that's what I want to talk about in this video, is how we need to think more. Maybe it sounds cringy, but if we knew ourselves more, if you actually know what you want to do, not what you want to do as in a career, just who you want to be, what you want to do in life, in your one life. If you know what your boundaries are. Sorry, I have a timer on my phone. On my watch. Going back to the 50% of divorces, right? 50% of couples get divorced. That's crazy. If you don't really know yourself, how would you expect your partner to know you? Right? They'll know whatever you tell them and whatever you guys talk about. But then if you change and they're not ready for you to change, then you're a different person. Now, I'm not an expert on any of this. I'm just purely giving my opinion and trying to provoke deep thinking. I don't know. But I think if you're into self-improvement, you've probably watched the videos from all the gurus, and the main things that would be close to just thinking more that they talk about would be meditating or journaling. And those are good for different reasons, I think. Meditation is like clearing out your thoughts, I guess, because you're trying to focus on your breathing or whatever, right? And that's good, I guess, if you are addicted to scrolling, your dopamine levels are all messed up and everything. And then journaling is good as well. But I think we need to actually just start thinking without a purpose in mind, without thinking, this is so confusing, but without thinking like, I need to journal my thoughts, right? That's just actually, when's the last time you just sat yourself down? You don't have to close your eyes. You don't have to meditate. You don't have to journal. Don't look at your phone. Just actually sit with your thoughts. What actually is coming to your head? And actually notice what's coming into your head, right? I think a lot of people might think this is cringy, but I think also a lot of people wouldn't want to do this because they're afraid of realizing the situation that they're in or the circumstances that they're in. Because it's easy to not realize, or it's easy to ignore the fact that your relationship is unstable by just scrolling on TikTok. It's easy to ignore the fact that you're $50,000 in debt if you're just playing some video games. In the self-improvement space, we talk about these things as distractions. Oh yeah, TikTok, it's a distraction, you get doom scrolling and everything. Yes, of course, the distractions from the tasks, but I think also the alternate realities. You can just escape into them. When you're playing a video game, you don't have to think about your life. And that's actually a bigger problem than just, oh, it's distracting and it ruins your dopamine levels for that day or whatever. If you're spending 4 hours a day among social media and video games, or however many hours, right? The rest of the day, maybe you work a 9 to 5, okay, so you're at work. Or maybe you go to school, okay, you're at school. You're not giving yourself any time to actually think about what you want. So, how does this relate to the examples that I brought up at the very beginning of this video. Why did I bring up those examples? Well, I think, for example, the divorces. I think less people would get divorced if they just knew what they actually wanted beforehand. If they actually thought, okay, what is marriage? What's the point of getting married? And if they actually just thought about these things more, then I feel like people would make better decisions. Because the example with the college degree, okay? You could see someone online talking about how this is a great degree and you should get it because they're making 500K a year or something. And you're like, oh my gosh, that's a lot, right? I'm going to get this degree. You didn't actually think about it. You might tell people you thought about it, but you didn't. You're just seeing that other people are making that much, supposedly with that degree. So I think if you're into self-improvement, one of the best things that you could actually do that can actually improve yourself and improve your life, like substantially, is just thinking. Is just actually sitting down. Not meditate, not any specific thing. You literally sit down with nothing to do. You might be like, oh, that's boring. Oh, that's a waste of time. How is thinking about your life a waste of time compared to scrolling through videos of other people's lives, or not even other people's lives, of just entertainment, of AI generated videos? If you're afraid to sit down and think about your life, that's all the more reason you should do it. And yeah, it might be kind of hard for you. Sometimes it is kind of hard to just sit with your thoughts because it can feel overwhelming. Like there's so many things wrong with my life or whatever. But the thing is, we talk about all these dreams we have. We talk about how, oh, if you just set your mind to it, you can become the best version possible. And yeah, a lot of that is true. But also you can't have a solution without identifying the problem. You can't create a dream life if you don't know what is wrong with your life now. Why isn't your life your dream life right now? You have to actually think about it to know what you don't want anymore. Before I make this video too long, I'm going to wrap it up. I just think that if you're into self-improvement and if you really want to improve, you should really just think about your life more. Because how can you know where to go if you don't know where you don't want to go? You know, I've heard a lot of successful people say this. It's not about what you do, it's what you don't do. And I think a lot of people who aren't successful, who are trying to become successful, forget about this. They're like, oh, I need to do the right business model. Oh, I need to do the right habits. What about what you shouldn't do? Oh, I don't want to do this certain habit anymore. Oh, I don't want to, sit around on the couch all day anymore. I don't want to play this video game anymore because it's just wasting my time. It's making me think that I'm winning, but I'm not winning anything in real life. I think it's time that we start thinking more. With that being said, that's going to wrap up this video. If you're new here and you enjoyed it, make sure to subscribe. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of 2025. And leave a comment below what you think about this video, just kind of the ideas in it. I know I usually make videos a little more like what to do with self-improvement, but I'm starting to make videos more on these deeper topics because honestly, there's plenty of self-improvement YouTubers out there who can tell you to go to the gym, to journal, and it's not that I disagree with those things. All those things I do try to do, but I think for self-improvement, if you really want to improve yourself, you also need the deeper purpose behind it, and you need the deeper things behind it, and that's kind of what I want my channel to really be about, because I like talking about these deep things, and I know sometimes I can't communicate them super well, but I'm also trying to improve that as well with filming these videos. And so if you enjoy it, make sure to subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, love to know what you think, and as always, you're capable, keep improving.